Julia Williams. Me and her actually went to high school together. What was that, like 12 years ago? But I am very honored to be here. I'm so glad that she invited me. And basically just want to talk about a few things. First, I want to read this poem that I found that I thought was really good to share with you all. It's called Dare to Dream. Let nothing hold you back from exploring your wildest fantasies, wishes, and aspirations. Don't be afraid to dream big and to follow your dreams, wherever they may lead you. Open your eyes to their beauty. Open your mind to their magic. Open your heart to their possibilities. Dare to dream, whether they are in color or in black and white, whether they are big or small, easily attainable or almost impossible. Look to your dreams and make them become reality. Wishes and hopes are nothing until you take the first step towards making them something. Dare to dream, because only by dreaming will you ever discover who you are, what you want, and what you can do. Don't be afraid to take risks, to become involved, to make commitment. Do whatever it takes to make your dreams come true. Always believe in miracles and always believe in you. You as a very productive, progressive, and positive person, but what most people don't know is that it wasn't an easy path to get to where I am today. And the top is not a straight line, it's a zigzag line. So I would like to share with you some of my zigzags that led me to my success. Sacrifice. Who knows what sacrifice means?
To like give up something.
Exactly. Yeah, sacrifice is to give up something that you necessarily don't want to, but you do it because you know that in the end you'll benefit from giving it up. But what I'm saying is just, whenever you're faced with something that you want to do, stick with it no matter what happens. There's always going to be like obstacles that comes in the way, but just stick with it and finish what you plan on. If you really know me, you would know. Well, I'm going to share something. This is kind of personal. If you really knew me, then you would know that I have Crohn's. It's a disease that affects your stomach and your intestine. But yeah, so when I was 16 years old, a sophomore in high school, everything, I thought my life was perfect. I was a good kid. I got good grades. Once I went into my sophomore year, I started losing a lot of weight. All at once. So my mom's like, what is going on? She took me to the doctor. They did a test, and then they referred me to what's called a gastroenterologist. I go to that doctor at Children's Hospital. They do tests, and they tell me I have Crohn's disease. And imagine if you went to the doctor and somebody told you you had that, and you've never heard of it. Would you be scared?
Yes.
Yeah, and that's exactly how I felt. I'm like, am I going to die? When somebody says disease at 16, you've never heard of it, I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm going to die. And so, got more information about it. Like I said, it affects your stomach and your intestines and things like that. And basically, it makes your intestines smaller. And so, what was happening was, I wasn't eating as much because when I eat, it hurt. My stomach would hurt so bad. And so I wasn't eating, and that's what caused me to lose all the weight. So once they diagnosed me with that, we got more information. I had went into like a depression because, like I said, I didn't know what it was. I thought, well, this is it. You know, I've had a great life up until 16. This is it. Came out of that, got more information about it, and basically decided that I was going to control the disease versus having the disease control me. So I went to peer groups. They have groups where other kids that have Crohn's, we were able to talk to each other, kind of vent, do things like that, because I'm sure there's times where you feel like you're the only person that's going through something, but then, once you talk to somebody else that's going through it too, you feel a lot better. So that's what happened with that. Basically after that, got things back on track. Like I said, I went to college, got a great job after I finished college, and all I had to do, I did end up having to take medicine every single day. And so that was a huge change, but I enjoyed my college years. Once I graduated from college, I enjoyed those years. Partied with my friends, went out, took vacations, basically lived a normal life. Like I said, don't, when you come up against things like that, don't let it control you. You take control of it. And last year, though, I ended up having to have surgery. So in May of last year, I had all this good news. I got a new job. I was graduating from college with my master's. And I was having a party for that. And my birthday's in May. So I'm like on cloud 9. After I get my new job, start my new job, have my party, my birthday, graduate from college, I go to the doctor. The doctor says some tests that I had recently had that I have to have a surgery immediately. And I was like, what? But I feel fine. The doctor didn't even understand how I was functioning the way I was from what the test said. The test was saying that I should be like laid out somewhere. That's how bad it was from the pictures that they saw. So went to the surgeon. The surgeon said the same thing. How are you functioning the way you are? How are you doing everything that you're doing? Had the surgery. And like I said, I had just started a new job. So I had to tell my new job, like, I need to take time off, even though I just started. And they were very understanding. So I'm thankful for that. But had the surgery in June. Was off work for 6 weeks. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't drive. Like, my mom had to stay with me. I could barely walk at first when I first got home. But if you just look at me, you wouldn't be able to tell any of this. So basically the point of that story is just, you can't judge. I know you've heard this before, but you can't judge a book by its cover. Just looking at somebody, you don't know what's going on in their life. So be careful to like judge people or talk about people because you never know what they're doing. I wanted you all to have one. And then there's also like a pretty pencil in there for you to write with. And then last, they're like motivational stickers. Sometimes what I do is like I'll write something on a Post-it note and stick it on my mirror like, you're beautiful. And so when I wake up, I look at the mirror and the mirror's already telling me I'm beautiful. So I want to also give you some of those stickers. You can feel free to share them with each other or, with people outside of here. And that's it.